Another day at cyclocross, and we're here early this week because we're going to watch Ben, who I don't think you can see who's on the rollers there, but I've come away because it's noisy. No pancakes this morning because the Rocket wanted to go to the bakery that's on the way. Greedy cow.
You didn't say no.
And we have bought supplies, so we've got cinnamon buns. Of course I'll only be eating that after I race, top athlete like myself. But we're going to watch. So Ben hasn't actually raced in, what is it, 2 weeks because of the dreaded isolation COVID, so it's going to be an absolute baptism of fire for him. But it looks like it's going to be a dry course today. We'll go and have a little look in a second. Big race today for the two good fourth riders. It's like the world championships of under 16s racing today. All the big hitters are here. How are you feeling? No racing?
Yeah, good.
It's gonna be a blow up. That's gonna hurt. Big race today. What's the plan of action? Full gas.
Yeah.
Full gas and fingers crossed. That's my plan of action today. I'm just gonna pin it and hope for the best. Let's have a look at the goods Rocket. Look at that. Pastry. This is the proper athlete. She's going pastry, ready to watch bike racing. It's hard work, isn't it?
It is. It's a long day.
Long day, long day. Oh, they're off. That was fast. Go on, Ben. Jesus, they were going fast, weren't they? That's faster than the men's race. It has not been a good start for Ben. He has dropped massively back. We're probably too far away to see, but he just had a crash on one of the off-camber bits and he's running bike on his shoulder, so he's done something to his bike. He's running fast though, look at that.
Yeah.
And then people aren't going that quick past him, but he's got some making up to do now, and the standard in his race is crazy today. So, and having not ridden a bike in 2 weeks, I'd be terrible, wouldn't I? I have 2 days off and I'm useless at riding my bike, so 2 weeks off. But he's in pits and got a new bike now, so hopefully he can catch up. The hurdles, oh, still getting off. Ooh. 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 Well, Mac. Well done, Adam. Come on, Ben, keep working. You can get back. Good man. Good lad, keep working. This bit looks wicked, like good little bit of single track through the woods before you come out to the hurdles where we just were a second ago. Well done, Alfie. Well done, boys. Good work, mate. One lap at a time, chipping away. Well done, Adam. Good, Ben. About 15 seconds and you've made up 10 places there. Big effort. It's as easy as that. Nice, Ben. Let's go. The Rocket wants to know if I'm going to be doing the hurdles today. There's more chance of
getting a similar shot waiting.
Oh, right, there's more chance of me riding straight through it and taking them down with my bike and myself than me ever getting over them. Well done, Ben. That gets you back into top 10 past them, all right? This is my weekly run, getting in the weekly run to catch some footage and have a look at the course over here. It goes miles over. Nice, Ben. Let's go, mate. Good work. A cool little up and down section there before you go into the single track. It wasn't worth the run though. Look at this athlete, top spectator. How is it? 10 out of 10. I bet. No, I'm an athlete. I can't eat that.
No, it's 3 bits of chocolate.
Let's go then. Full rip now. Full rip. Come on. Well done, Ben. Solid ride. Good effort to come back. Tyre off the rim. Was that not rideable like that? There's the treat for the mechanic, and I was gonna give this grumpy man one if he won, but instead I'm gonna eat it in front of him. No, I'm joking. They are the excitement of the cake machine. So practice lap and a little look at the course, and out of nowhere this guy attacks me on the practice lap.
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty.
How dare he? I'm only joking. In all seriousness, this is the start straight, like a grassy drag before you then get up to the top section where there's a couple of little like off-camber corners. It rained just before our race, which made these corners pretty slick. There was a few more corners before we then headed down a little flat section and into the straight just before pits. So then we go down towards pits, round back up, and I thought I'd put a cheeky little attack in here, get my own back, up past pits, and then we drop into the woods. This bit was really good, so a little drop there and then a nice fast descent before you're slamming on the brakes into this tight right-hander. And this bit was really tricky, and I got it wrong the whole race, but off camber bank, I stayed left. I'm not really sure what the line was, but I kept trying the left-hand line, which didn't work, before we then go into a little twisty section with some more banks over the far side, which is quite a long little section, and then we drop back down and into this little kicker back up into the single track. This was quite hard and it got pretty muddy before the race, so we were then a little section back through the woods, which was good fun, nice and flowing, before we come out towards the hurdles, quick pop over them, and then we were heading back into another little bit of single track. This was real good fun through here, a couple of slippy little corners, and then we headed back out towards the pits, down past the pit straight, and then it was basically one long drag up to the finish line, which was a real leg burner. And that is a little look at the course. That's practice lap complete. Good fun little course, some little draggy sections up there which are gonna kill the legs off bit roady, but there's a fun little wooded section, and that a great little course. And we don't have the pre-race pancakes
Because we went to the bakery.
because we did go to the bakery, but we've got shop bought waffles instead. And we're trying something different today, as I need to wake the legs up. I don't normally drink coffee, but I'm gonna have one of
I don't know if
these.
that really counts.
That is,
It's going to be more sugar and caramel syrup.
it's got caffeine in, and I'm hoping it's going to turn me into the Duracell bunny, and I'm just going to boom pin it, but we will see. Here we go then, the race start, and the coffee hit good. I was absolutely wired and like the Duracell bunny, and I got off to an absolute cracker of a start. So I was in second place, and I quickly jumped on the wheel of the guy in first place, and I was like, oh my days. And you see coming through here off into the off camber section, I was still there, second wheel, and I was like, oh my god, this caffeine's working a treat. I'm gonna have the absolute ride of my life. And you could see everyone else coming through, just taking various lines on this off camber section, which I didn't get at all in the race. But then we got to the hurdles and reality hit that I was about to go pop if I didn't rein it in a bit. Adrian, the guy that was in first place, is an absolute monster. A little bit of skills here, easy. So I reined it in a little bit. He started to pull away, and at that point I just knew it's time for me to get back in my own lane before my whole world erupts and the race is completely over. But I'm sitting in second place here, and now it took a couple of laps to recover, so David Bone went past me, and I did want to try and jump on, but I had gone a little bit too deep on that first lap where I got a bit excited. So I dropped back into third place here, and I was still feeling good, legs were feeling good. I was trying to get a little bit of recovery in because I was hurting at this point, and I could see the guys in third and fourth slowly catching. So David Bone in second was pulling away. He was like just in sight, but I was slowly going backwards after that initial first effort. So you can see the guys in fourth and fifth, and they were slowly lap by lap just getting onto my wheel. And I think it was about a lap later they had closed the gap down to me. Obviously they were working really well together on the flat draggy section up past the start finish, so even here they'd got the gap down to like 5 seconds. and then a lap later we had formed like a good little group of 3 and we were battling well. So this was now the battle for 3rd place, and I managed to sit in for a lap or so, and I started to recover and started to feel good again after that initial surge. So I'd sat in a lap, got a nice toe up that drag section, and I was like, here we go, we're back in the game. So I went back to the front, I started putting down some power again, feeling good, and the group had started to split now. So we had gone into a group of 2, and this was the battle for 3rd, and I was feeling really confident today, and legs were firing, and I was like, 3rd is for the taking today. And I was setting a good pace, and just here is where disaster had struck. So lap 7 of 11, this is footage from the practice lap, but I came round this corner in the race, and just up here I dropped my chain, and in a moment of absolute panic I decided to try and run all this section. I thought the hurdles were just after, I thought the pits were just after the hurdles, but I'd forgotten about the little section through the woods before you got back to the pits. So it's an absolute disastrous decision from me to run. I should have taken a breath, put the chain back on and got going again, but instead I just panicked, and I was like, I need to stay as close as I can to the guy in 3rd place because he had just come past me. And then in the words of the Rocket, oh no, yes, oh no indeed, because slowly everyone had started come past me. So this is the guy I was with. He had now moved up into 3rd. Carl had moved up into 4th, 5th, 6th, and I think I came running back through, and I'd fallen back to about 8th position here, and I was in a world of hurt. I hate running. I got on and I was trying to like scoot myself along. I need to do some running practice. So at this point I dropped back into 9th position, which was disastrous, but I gave myself like a lap to recover, and then the final 3 laps the legs were just pinging, and I started to put down some power again, and I was slowly reining in rider by rider to try and get back as close as I could to where I was, and I managed to slowly claw the gap back to up into 6th place. We had 1 lap to go, and this was the gap. So this is just after the start finish. Carl in the pedalon kit was in 5th place, and I am just coming through here, and I could just, every corner I could see myself slowly closing down that gap and getting a little bit closer. Massive sprint for 3rd place, fair play. So that was 3rd, 4th. I managed to catch Carl, and I thought if I let him stay with me for the sprint, he's going to outsprint me. So I put the effort in, went past, and managed to come home in 5th place and back on the podium. Oh, what a day. And that is round 9 of the Wessex League, Cyclocross League done. And absolutely mega course. 11th place for Ben. He, obviously the tyre came off the rim and he came back from like last to 11th. That was fair play. He was absolutely flying to overtake people. 5th place for me. We are back in the money.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
I had an absolute nightmare on like lap 7 when my chain came off. I panicked. I should have just taken a breath, put my chain back on rather than running all the way. I dropped back down to like 9th, but my last 3 laps, probably the best 3 laps I've had this year, pulling back in and getting back up to 5th place. Honestly, can't believe it after 4 hours yesterday with the old man. Maybe I should do 4 hours more often the day before a race. But recovery going down now. I had a mega meal by the Rocket, which I'll insert a picture of, a sweet potato, veggie curry, and I have been waiting all day for this cinnamon bun. That is going to absolutely slide down now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm like half disappointed because I thought I was actually going to get 3rd. My legs have never felt that good in a race, and I was feeling like I was racing for 3rd place. So for the chain to drop and just to panic like that, absolute nightmare. But super happy. I can't be disappointed to come back and fight back for 5th place. So really pleased with that. I've got a solid week of training now to get in before regionals in a couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.